Hello guys, welcome to this video. If you're new to this channel, my name is Moyo and you're so welcome to Shibites. I make videos all about food, faith and lifestyle. Make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you get notified whenever I upload a new video. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make Gizdodo, the most succulent and delicious Gizdodo you've ever made in your life. Gizdodo is a Nigerian dish or a Nigerian stew made with gizzard, chicken gizzard and dodo. Dodo means fried plantain. No, dodo is not a bird, it is fried plantain. So stay tuned to see the full recipe. Thank you. So for ingredients, here we have some nice fresh chicken gizzard. Basically it was frozen. I just defrosted it and you can see they're nice and thick, and I just love gizzard. If you've never eaten gizzard, it's lovely. Then we have some onion, ginger and garlic. Then we have some tomatoes and rodo or scotch bonnet. They were all frozen, that's why they look like this. I actually really like to use tatashe or bell pepper in Gizdodo, but we didn't have at home at this time, so you can do either ways. Now everything is chopped and prepped. I just roughly chopped all the vegetables and then I cut the gizzard into 2 to 3 pieces depending on how big each of them was. I'm going to be using palm oil for this recipe, so I'm just going to heat about 4 tablespoons of oil, and then I'm going to add a small chunk of onion just for some flavor. Then I'm going to lightly fry, or more like sear, the gizzard in 2 batches so that I don't have too much in the pot at a time. This is just to give it some color and some nice brownness on the outside on the skin to add extra flavor. You know how we do. Okay, so basically in this dish we're trying as much as possible to layer different flavors to get this lovely yumminess. Then next we're going to be preparing our plantains. These are ripe plantains. Like 2 of them were nicely ripe, the other 2 were not so much, and as you can see they're nicely prepped, cut into some nice half moons. And then I go back to my Gizdodo. I like this recipe because it's actually like you're doing something almost all the time until when you just have to wait for the stew to cook. During the prep you're occupied until you have nothing else to do. So now that I'm done frying my gizzard, I'm going to add in some spices. So I just added a bit of thyme. You can add any other dried herbs that you have. Then I'm adding all the ginger, garlic, onion and tomato and pepper, and I'm just going to leave it to cook until it's nice and soft. In the meantime, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be frying my plantain. You want your oil to be around 170-180 degrees. My oil could have been a bit hotter, but honestly it was fine, it was okay, it did the job. I am going to fry your plantain for roughly 10 minutes until they're golden brown. I think frying plantain is such a beautiful process. Honestly, at this point in my life I like to air fry plantain, but because my siblings were going to eat this as well, I just had to deep fry it for them. Just for them. I had to forgo fit farm for them. So our plantain is nicely fried. Look at how beautiful it looks, guys. This is like the image of happiness. Lovely fried plantain. So you're basically going to leave it on some kitchen paper to soak up any of the excess oil. Now back to our stew base. As you can see, everything's nicely softened. I'm just going to briefly season it before we blend with some Cameroon pepper, salt and some Maggi stock cubes. Just basically season to your taste. Cameroon pepper always adds a lovely kick, and I also added a bit of extra thyme at this point as well. Next we're going to blend everything. Be careful with your blender. If your blender cannot handle heat, like if it's made of glass, wait for the stew to cool down a bit. If not, you can just go in for it. I really like this thing of cooking your stew base down and then blending it, because you get like a really nice emulsified sauce. To basically blend until it is smooth and nicely combined, and then we're just going to go back and put it back into the pot. Just look at how beautiful this stew looks, guys, and it smells amazing. Next we're going to just pour it back into the pot. Make sure you scrape everything as much as possible out of your blender, and then we're just going to add the gizzard back into the stew. After you add it, you're basically going to leave this cook for like 1.5 hours. Gizzard is quite tough and you want it to soften nicely, and that's super important. So it's super important that you leave this to cook, but still you need to stir it from time to time so that the base of your stew doesn't burn. At this point I added in some bay leaves and some extra Cameroon pepper just to give that extra punch of spice. Don't over season at this point because you're going to really reduce it. so that's really important. And so after about 1.5 hours, I'm now adding in my plantain, and at this point your stew is basically the consistency that you want, and you're just going to add your plantain and cook for like 5 to 10 more minutes, depending on if you want your plantain to be very soft. I prefer my plantain to still have like kind of like a bite in everything that's going on. And then we are ready to plate. I just garnished with some basil leaves and some carrots and some green peppers. Everything was looking so sweet and nice and everything. Yeah, so enjoy. Gizdodo is lovely to eat with like rice. I even eat it with plenty of things. I eat it with sweet potato, even yam. And on this day in particular, I ate it with quinoa. I'm actually really into quinoa right now. I really love it, and for some reason it goes super well with Gizdodo. So I hope you try out this recipe in your own kitchen. Let me know what you think about it in the comment section, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.